Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hop Takes, the Cellar Edition here on Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh,
I'm Ross.
and tonight we are going to bring you a beer that we've been waiting to do on this channel for 2.5 years now. I don't know why it's taken us this long to do it. I don't even know if this beer is still going to be good because it was old when we started this channel, and it's even older now. So, Ross, why don't you tell all the fine people what we're going to be drinking tonight?
All right, so we are going out to Delaware, I think, right? Yeah.
Delaware.
For Dogfish Head's Oak Aged Vanilla World Wide Stout.
Yes.
So every year, Dogfish Head comes out with a World Wide Stout, and every year they do a slight variant of that. This happens to be their 2017 variant of this one. You and I have had this one in the past. And I think before we started this channel is when we actually first had this, and amazing.
You and
So
I had it
good.
at March Madness one year. Ross and I always get together for March
Yep.
Madness, and we cracked one of these open. I found it at some random place in Waterford, Wisconsin, of all places, and
Yeah.
it was phenomenal. It's very
So
good.
this is, according to the label, it was bottled on 7/26/17. It's right here on the neck. This one comes in at, it says on the, when you look at it, it doesn't say anywhere on the bottle. It says it comes in at anywhere between, what, it's 16 and 17.5% ABV.
Yep.
So it's a big, heavy beer where 12 ounces is probably more than enough. We're going to check it out on Thursday night because that's what we do.
Why
So,
not? Anything aged on vanilla beans is something I'm willing to try any day of the week. And this is oak aged, right? So this is not spirit barrel aged, but it is it has been aged in oak barrels. So let me find my bottle opener here. You all right there?
I might have a crack in my glass,
Oh,
which that's not good. So,
that's not good. I got my fancy 2023 Three Sheeps snifter. The Wolf.
yeah, my three sheets. Oh,
We are on the same page. Pour this thing out. Dark jet black. It looks a little bit thinner coming out the bottle, but this is 2017. It's got some decent, mine's got some decent carbonation coming up, but
yeah,
no head. At that ABV, I don't expect one. You've got a little more than I do.
yeah, a little bit. And it's got that traditional, like, brown, tan color notes to it, which you expect of a beer that's been aged and whatever. And it's funny, you and I were before this video, like, oh, this is actually aged in oak barrels. It's not a spirit barrel beer, but it was interesting. I don't think I even realized that until we started this.
Well,
Oh.
get a little nose on this thing. It smells. I get vanilla still on the nose. It smells sweet. There's definitely barrel char. It's the oak barrel is the like lead character, I think, on the nose. You don't get, because it's only oak barrel aged, you don't get spirit character, bourbon, anything like that on the nose. It just smells like charred oak. You get, and a decent amount of vanilla. I'm still actually getting on the nose of this.
For being just past 6 years old now, you're talking 6 years and a few weeks. Yeah, there's a lot of vanilla coming out of there still, which is really surprising. I get what you're saying with the oak. I get what you're saying with the char and everything. There's a lot of that burnt taste coming out. But the vanilla's
Smells,
still there.
yeah,
So,
it smells very woody.
yeah. All right.
Well, let's give it a shot, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The vanilla for me is still there. It's still very creamy. That little burnt oaky comes out. I will say this though, and for me, I'm slightly disappointed. Some of that like lingering thickness that you used to get when I think we drank this a little more fresh is missing. I think it's dissipated a bit. I think it's lost some of its luster. Which we think back to the Lakefront Black Friday video that we did, where we did 6 or 7 years in a row. I think 3 years is about that sweet spot for beers that you can age, where if you really want to taste what it's supposed to have, I think 3 years is about that mark, if not less than that. I will say I think this is a bit past its prime.
This is still really good. Back when we tried this fairly fresh, like 2018, 2019 timeframe, I do think this had a little bit more body to it. It's
Mhm.
thinned out over 6 years. Yeah, the front end of it is actually pretty thin. It does kick up with some vanilla character, kind of that oaky wood character spins up mid palate, but it feels weaker. It does finish with a nice vanilla note, but I do think there's a tiny bit of a sour character that lingers out the back that I think is some oxidation, probably just from this being 6.5 years old at this
Yeah.
point. And I mean, 6 years bottled, right? 6+ years bottled, plus sitting in barrels, all the things that took place before this. Um, it's not as good as I remember it being, but I've also tried a ton of really good vanilla stouts
Yeah.
since we tried this back in 2018 too. So I feel like my bar is also a lot higher maybe than it was when I first tried this beer too.
And that's one thing I was thinking too. You and I've had some of the more recent worldwide stouts, and they're fantastic. They're great. So I don't think it's that like this beer is no longer good because we've gotten better beer or we've tried better beer. The beer is still very good. But I think age has gotten to this one a little bit. And look, I held on to these as long as I did because it was one of those like I don't want to drink it because then when I drink it, I'll never have it again. And it's that fear of drinking something to not have it versus the just drinking what's fresh and you'll enjoy it. And this is kind of a classic case of that because I still got 2 more of these. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta drink these at some point. So it's still really good. I think for like you and I or people who like to try stuff, it's a fun way of doing it. I think if you were a connoisseur and everything, you'd probably get more of that sour taste coming out. You'd say, ah, this has gone bad and everything. But I still enjoy it. I still think it's good. No?
I don't think this has gone bad by any stretch of the imagination. I still think this is a really tasty beer. I mean, it's a big beer, right?
Yeah.
It's just not getting any better from here, folks. So if you still have them in your
Yeah.
cellar, it's not getting better, right? The
Yeah.
age is not doing good things for this. It is not getting better. It's getting worse over time. So if you've got them, drink them.
Yeah.
Enjoy them. Enjoy them
Yep.
while they are still drinkable and decent beers.
And the thing is, I guarantee just as good or better beers will come out later that you can get. So might as well just drink them while they're fresh and enjoy them. So
This is making me go back, Ross, to the Brewing Project beers that we're still sitting on. You've got a vanilla
mm,
barley wine. I've got a vanilla stout still. We need to crack those, and we need to crack them pretty soon because those were bomb.
yeah, I got the barley wine still. So
Yeah, and I've
yeah,
got the stout. This is not as good as those were at this
no,
point for sure.
no.
Okay, so I digress. 2017 oak aged vanilla worldwide, sitting here in 2023. Where are you putting it in 2023?
Um, it, this pains me to say because if you would have asked me 2019 or 18 or whenever we first cracked this open, it's a 4.5, 4.75 at that time. I'm probably now a strong 3.75. So
I'm with you. I'm right there with a 375. That's right where I was locked in. That's where I was going with it. It's still really good. I mean, this is a good sipper. I'm feeling it. Like the
yeah,
ABV on this, it's not a strong alcohol burn. Like you wouldn't know it. I mean, let me say this. If you're not used to drinking big beers, you will know it drinking
yeah,
this. But we drink a lot of them. This isn't crazy. Like this isn't insane. This is very drinkable. It's just very malty. It's very there's just a ton of um just barley heavy like stout characteristics to it, but it's thin. It's all of that packaged into kind of this thinner feeling beer. And that's where it's a little bit weird at this point, but It's good.
It'll catch up to you real fast. I've
100%.
seen it happen to people who underestimate how big of a beer this is, and they drink it quicker than they should, and it'll get you.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Okay, well,
all
we
right.
finally got Vanilla Worldwide on the channel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was probably a little bit later than we wanted to, and we're not getting the same score that we would have given you a few years ago. But
Mhm.
these are fun beers. Definitely have some more in the cellar, non-vanilla ones that we should probably try on the channel.
Yep.
Actually, see where we feel about
Yep.
those ones. But cool stuff. Well, check us out on the rest of our social media channels. We are on Untappd. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are also here on YouTube. Notice I did not say X because we're not even considering that a thing anymore. So thanks for checking us out here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers. They recently changed the limit to 500 subscribers to start monetizing these videos. And we need quarters, folks. We need quarters. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying this stuff. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we will see all of you in a future episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.